Okay, so we're taking a little break from Mac tonight, and we're back over on the P51. What I've done recently, I didn't show you everything, but installing servos and stuff, you kind of build some wood blocks in the wing, you put them in, and you end up with this, flaps and ailerons. Also back here, the tail wheel is in. These are hinged. This is hinged, and everything's working. I fired it up today, hooked up everything, zeroed everything out, set it up for flaps. So let's see what we get here. I'm gonna have to plug this in. That's gonna require a free hand. Beep beep beep. It's telling me it's armed. So if I was actually to hit the throttle switch, you can see it's working. So that's that. We've got retract. Yep. Nice and quiet when they're up and when they're down. Okay, we have ailerons. Let's see, I get back far enough you can see both of them. We have elevator. We have tail wheel and rudder. A lot of tail wheel. I'm going to figure out how I can slow that down. And I could use a little bit more. Got a lot of right rudder, not a lot of, a lot of left rudder, not a lot of right. But yeah, I'll get it figured out. I think it's probably in the trim. There we go. So I have not glued the tail in. I need to do that. You can see, if you look down here, you can see we have on the 3-position switch, flaps. And they don't just go slamming down. I have them set for timing. I'm really not going to need much more flap than this. I can get more out of it, but just for landings, a slower flight, I think, this is plenty. So very nice. So that's really it. I mean, after all that work and putting servos in the wing and putting servos in the fuselage, it's all done. So let's stand her up on her feet and take a look. And before I do, I still have not got my spinner yet, so I have not permanently mounted this firewall or where the ESC will go. Of course, the battery's in here, which I'm going to take out now because I don't have the Velcro in. I'm going to take that out. It comes out really easily. There'll be Velcro in there and a strap holding it in position. Now it's disconnected. Battery is free. You can see the battery I'm using. And it's 4030C 6S. 22.2 volts. So I'm going to put this down here like this and stand the whole plane up. What I have to do next is paint this silver. I've got to add these wing fillets, which go under here. And I've also got to get some sandpaper on top of this and sand this so it goes down all the way, get the right angle in. I may cut it with a knife first and get it close and then finalize it this way. I'm going to glue this on permanently. I'm going to put 2 tubes here coming up that will come up into here, and that way I can just get into those bolts and release them really easy. They wanted you to have screws on both sides of this, then you remove it, then you do this. I mean, God, guys, no way. I want this down permanently. I also have to fiberglass tape the wing. I don't think this wing would ever come apart, but it really gives you a good bond to the wing halves, both sides. Yeah, gonna do that. So, okay, now we can flip it up on its feet. Here we are, she's sitting on her wheels. I do have to make the skirts for this that come down to here and cover all this, and you have to do them when they're up position and put spacers in there. I did notice they had a pocket in the fiberglass that wasn't filled all the way. You can see the glass behind it. I got to fill that with some Evercoat metal glaze, and then I could paint it light aluminum silver. So I'll glue the tail in tomorrow. And And that's about it for now. That's what I've done so far. That's a lot. And there's still a whole bunch more to go. But I can start actually monocoating it. And over here, I might as well get it out. 4 rolls of good old-fashioned flight aluminum monocoat, which I put on all my Mustangs back in the day. So I don't even know if they're going to continue making that stuff or not. I think they're just discontinuing it, but it stretches good. It's not quite as good as Ultra Coat, but it's darn good and it's very durable. So that's it. More later on during the week. So continuing on, these have to go on. They don't have to go on, but they're a nice little add-on they gave. Now, if I put this on a table, they fit perfect, but the plane evidently is not perfectly smooth. Now, evidently, whoever built this one on the manual said, the heck with those darn things. I want to fly the plane. I don't care about looking scale, but they do look nice. They're called wing fillets, for those of you who are not familiar with airplanes. I don't know what they made them out of. There wasn't styrene because they cracked on me when I did the scoring technique. So what I'm going to do is lightly sand these, paint these with some primer and then some flight aluminum. Take the wing, loosen the wing up and slide some wax paper underneath there and glue these on with epoxy. So the wing fillets are in place. They've been painted. They fit pretty good, but you know, they really don't go down far enough here or here, and they don't really meet up back there, which is probably why this guy did that. But I still think they add something to the plane, so hey, you know, the heck with it. They go down pretty level to the wing, not so well on that side, but perfectly on this side. So hey, we'll just take pictures from that side. But yeah, there's kind of a gap there. I might be able to break it loose and push it down more, but I don't think so. I think this is called heat the plastic a bit and push it carefully. Next trick, I think I'm going to put that tail on. It needs to be glued on. It is not at this time glued on. Oh, the next thing, like I said, is let's get this tail in. There's going to be lots of sanding to do here, I can see. This is a prefab. That's what we call a arc. All ready to cover. What I did is, of course, measured from these points to this point here, which is pretty level all the way across because it matches the bulkhead. I also checked some other points too, and then marked it. So I can put the glue on there, the epoxy, and then slide it in and match this up so I know the tail is parallel to the wing, which is never easy to do. So tail's on successfully and rooted well, so tomorrow I'll put on the air intake scoop radiator thingy bingy. Yeah, and that pretty much takes care of all those bits that have to go on. Still waiting for the spinner. I'm hoping it shows up any day now. I was lucky to find a 4-inch spinner, but I did find one. So, and they're very nice in having it sent here, and it was very reasonable. I mean, I was looking at spinners up to $86 for a freaking spinner for this plane, and I found one for $14, including shipping. So it was like $9.95 plus $4.95 for shipping. It's unheard of, but you know, they're a legitimate source and they really do send them. So at least I'll find out soon. Anyway, more of this tomorrow.